Hey friends, so I just want to go over why I am deciding to quit thesis. I know I made a big to-do about this. I have several videos posted about why I was taking it and my reactions to it and whatever. And now I'm suddenly quitting after, 10 days? Why am I quitting? I really didn't give enough time. I'll explain why. So, the first issue I know I have as an adult, I'm 43. And so one thing I noticed as a 43-year-old woman, as time has gone on, my ADHD is getting significantly worse. So much so to a point where it's become unbearable, as I've stated in previous videos. So I don't have health insurance yet, so I was waiting to see if I can try some herbal things in order to get some assistance in the meantime before I was able to get actual medical help. And Clarity was supposed to be able to go over the things that keep you focused and keep you on task and all the other things that you normally would do. I made a bunch of videos, didn't edit them. I've had no motivation to do literally anything. And I thought, well, you know what? My life has been really busy outside of this. Ignore the tree. I can't get into enough liquor. I'm sorry. And see what I'm saying? ADHD. And so I was like, let me try motivation next. And I had a conversation with someone from thesis themselves, and she's like, well, maybe you're not taking the right mix and all that, and there's 2 other boxes that you don't have. I looked at what the other choices were, and they don't fit my problem at all. My big problem was the clarity. It's not having focus on any one task and not having motivation. Those were the 2 things I desperately wanted. So I found they weren't doing anything. Nothing. And then it dawned on me why. This past week, I had a swim meet with my kid, and I've been at a lot of swim meets with my children recently. And it's just one after another, and I'm realizing what I'm doing. I am running nonstop, and I'm trying to get a bunch of things done, but I have no motivation to do any of it. I have no energy for any of it. I've got nothing. I'm literally pouring from what feels like an empty cup. There's like a hole in the cup. I don't have a reason to have a hole in the cup. I'm sleeping relatively okay. I thought maybe perhaps it was me snoring and my lower jaw not fitting right, apnea and all that. So I got on my phone, one of my phones. I have 2 phones, and I went on and did the sleep trackers. I wore both my watches to bed. That's my Apple Watch. I have my Galaxy Watch. I was tracking sleep, tracking snoring. Like, that's it. I'm sleeping like garbage according to these things. All of them. I'm sleeping like trash. I thought that was my problem. Why I'm always so tired and all that. But I realized I'm tired all the time. I'm angry all the time. I have anxiety all the time. I'm like, what is happening to me? Like, if I get a little hot and inconvenient, I'm starting to get edgy. I'm like, what's going on? And finally, it clicked with me this past couple days ago what my problem actually is. It's depression. I suffered with severe depression from when I was 8 years old until I was about 22. And bad things happened when I was 22, or they were about to happen. And I intervened thinking this is not a normal way of thinking, and I fixed it. Took medication, went to therapy, everything was doing really, really well. Put the pieces back together again, and I felt like $1 million. And I felt like $1 million up until about somewhere in the 5 to 8 year range. I really started noticing it was a slow, considering it's 5 to 8 years, a very slow degradation going in a negative manner. And it didn't click with me until the other day. What is going on? Now I'm thinking I need clinical grade ADHD medication, like Adderall. But what I actually need is depression medication. Depression can feed into ADHD. Depression can feed into anxiety. Depression makes you irritable, angsty, aggravated, frustrated over dumb things, no motivation, always wanting to sleep. That's where I used to live. I was angry all the time. Well, guess what? I'm back there again. Nowhere near to the severity that I was previously. And so don't worry, I'm not going to unalive myself or my kids have nothing to worry about. I'm going to live to 95. I already affirmed that I'm living to 95. But what my problem is, it's like how I explain this to my son is like, it's raining outside and you're getting wet. So in order to stop yourself from being wet, you pop up an umbrella. But the umbrella is keeping the raindrops from hitting you, but it's not stopping the rain from falling. What you need to have to stop the rain from falling is to move the cloud out of the way. The cloud in this case is depression. The rain in this case is anxiety, ADHD, all these other side symptoms, irritability, inability to focus, exhaustion is all part of the whole ADHD. Sorry, I keep saying that word. It's all part of that depression cloud. So he understood, my kids understood, and it was just, I just started bawling. I realized what my problem is. So I started and it also would explain why I'm pointing to it, but like the pile sitting right next to me, why those pills weren't doing anything for me. That's not the root cause of my problems. The root cause of my problems is that I have the imbalance that depression's kicking back in again. And it's weird. It's been a long time since I've had to deal with this. So that's why I'm quitting the thesis. Not because it doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for the problem I have. I'm treating the wrong thing. I'm popping up the umbrella to stop the raindrops from hitting me, but I'm not getting away from the cloud. I'm not getting away from the root problem that's causing all of these issues in the first place. And that's the part I have to address, not the side stuff, not the side effects. I need to address the actual root problem. So while I cannot sit here and say that thesis was amazing and you should go buy it and you should be, I can't say that in good faith because it didn't do enough for me because I was treating the wrong thing. I'm not going to take them the videos because one, it's practice for me, and two, you might get something out of it. You might go, you know what, maybe that's my problem too. I don't know. But I'm going to continue my depression journey, and I'm not going to say anything here that's going to be triggering, like nothing like that. If I have a bad day, I'll mention it. I'm going to continue talking about manifesting stories and things that will keep me going. I started some St. John's wort, and I started some SAMe in the meantime until I can get in to see a therapist or a doctor, a general physician, something. And I have this brain focus thing that I found. So I'm going to try to attack multiple things from different angles, and let's see what happens and see how I feel. And hopefully it all comes together. And I'll keep talking about it, and I'll vlog this up, and I'll see how this happens for me. I will talk to everyone again soon, and thank you for riding this journey with me. I don't even care if you're one person. I don't even care if you're just my son. By the way, you can follow him too while you're at it. Speed Logic 101. He is my buddy. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.